In news this week, Christian women take the fight to ISIS. North Korea allows limited church worker visits. And Adventist hospital surgeons work with robots.
This is InFocus Christian News and Current Affairs.
As military efforts ramp up against the Islamic State terror group, Syria's Christians are also doing their part. A new battalion of Christian women fighters has joined the fight, recently participating with an alliance that won back the town of Al-Hol. The women are from the Syriac churches, which are both Catholic and Orthodox. So far, the battalion has graduated 50 fighters from their training program. The Holy Trinity Anglican Church at Lara, north of Geelong, was the venue for last week's commemoration service for the most decorated military chaplain of World War I. The Reverend Walter Ernest Dexter fought in the Boer War and then served as a chaplain during the First World War, both on the Western Front and at Gallipoli, where he was one of the first men ashore and one of the last to leave. Despite not being a combatant, Reverend Dexter was wounded 6 times during the war. He was known for putting himself at risk in order to visit frontline troops. This year marks 100 years since the end of the Gallipoli campaign. The world's most repressive country, North Korea, has opened the door to religious freedom, but only slightly. From next year, Catholic priests from South Korea will be able to travel to their northern neighbour in order to conduct worship for holy days on the church calendar. According to the Japan Times, there are no priests living in North Korea, and just one tightly controlled Catholic church building in the capital, Pyongyang. Baptism and confession are among the religious practices that are banned. It remains to be seen how much leeway the visiting priests will be allowed in conducting Mass. As concern over Islamist terror attacks is rising and religious tensions are increasing, faith leaders in Berlin are seeking a unified response.
Es war nicht so leicht zu erreichen, aber wir haben es erreicht. Und die wurde dann ein Maßstab für mich. Wenn man etwas wirklich will, ringt man dafür.
The House of One is the shared vision of Jews, Christians and Muslims in Germany, a place of prayer in Berlin. The plan is for a single entrance to a building containing 3 separate worship spaces, one for each of the major Abrahamic religions.
Es ist nicht nur One für Berlin, sondern von hier, gerade weil es eine multikulturelle Stadt ist, wird sich das verbreiten in verschiedenen Ländern der Welt.
Adventist health leaders in Australia and New Zealand are counting their blessings at the conclusion of a successful year, reaching out to the community with a message of holistic living. During 2015, 75 churches held complete health improvement or CHIP programs, with more than 1,000 Aussies and Kiwis participating. The CHIP concept continues to attract interest elsewhere, with training events being held in parts of Asia and Africa. Next year will see a renewed focus on mental health, with community-based depression recovery programs beginning to be offered by trained facilitators. Students around the world are packing up their books for the Christmas holidays, with some celebrating the completion of their studies. Avondale College of Higher Education on New South Wales Central Coast saw a record 361 students graduate this year. For the first time, the graduands received testamers carrying 2 logos, Avondale's and Charles Sturt Universities. The partnership with Charles Sturt gives Avondale, a Seventh-day Adventist institution, support through mentoring, as well as extra credibility for students' qualifications. It's hoped the relationship with Charles Sturt will assist Avondale in achieving its long-time dream of full university status in its own right. Users of the world's most popular Bible app have now downloaded it 200 million times. YouVersion, which is available free on both Apple and Android platforms, is opened 112 times every second around the world. Many online Bibles allow users the option of changing versions or even languages, as well as accessing audio Bibles and study notes. And the linking of Bible software with social media can be powerful, with 4 Bible verses being shared every second from the YouVersion app alone. 2015's most popular verse to share? Proverbs 3, verse 5 and 6.
Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight.
Putting its motto, Christianity in Action, into practice, Sydney Adventist Hospital is leading the way with innovative treatments. According to Channel 9 News, surgeons at the hospital are seeing successful outcomes from their use of a Mako robot in performing delicate surgeries.
The robot sets those virtual boundaries to make sure that the plan is executed properly.
Doctors say the use of robotic technology in surgery is more precise and can lead to more consistently positive patient outcomes. And finally, many people see the performance of Handel's Messiah as an important part of their Christmas. But according to faithreal.com, a group of high school students wondered how monks who had taken a vow of silence could participate in the celebration. Here was their answer. Very clever. Thanks so much for your company this week and for your support over the years. This is our last InFocus video news bulletin, but our website is still there to help you catch up with all the latest happenings. The address is, of course, record.net.au. So from all the team here at Record in Focus, have a happy Christmas and a fantastic New Year. And for one last time, God bless.